Robbie Gray, has that given you a greater understanding of how much work is ahead for Adelaide and how much it has to make up the gap against a very, very good side?
Yeah, I think there's no doubt. We acknowledge the opposition are benchmark of the competition. They've done that for a long period of time, and they remain in that position. It's good for us to get that experience, as hard as it is sometimes to cope with during the day, and as it was for the players. But they're a quality side, and they certainly know how to make you pay.
So how far off do you think you are after seeing that?
Oh, we've got plenty of work to do. We've got a significant amount of work to continue to do, and that's no different to where we would have said 8 weeks ago. We would have said we're in that stage of renewal and we're developing our club, and we've still got lots and lots of work to do. We're a very young side, and we're not being fooled by anything. We know what we've got to do.
First quarters can.
Yeah.
First quarter can they get away from it?
Yeah. No, look, it's something that we obviously are very much aware of. Everyone's very much aware of. We haven't been able to get away to a start, and we're working hard at it all the time to try and tinker, change mindset. There's lots of things that go into it. Today it may have been just the fact that the quality of the opposition was very strong early.
Do you think that's the best footy you've come up against this year? What's wrong with that?
Oh, it's damaging footy. They do play damaging football. They make you pay. And unfortunately for us, we got a good dose of it early on, and the first quarter they just got hold of us, and from there on we were reasonable without being great.
You talk about wanting your players to be bold. Are they creative enough in the middle when you need to set that agenda early?
No, we got shown today what real creative and bold and brave football looks like. Sometimes you sit back and go, oh wow, is that getting forward of the footy or not getting forward? It's just method, and they trust their method, and they've got it really well figured out. Their young players also understand their method, so they've got great teachers in the on-field leaders. With Selwood, Johnson, Bartel, Mackie, and there's just a heap of them that can teach those young boys too, and they understand it really well.
So you've gone from a great start, 5-0, which is put everyone on up and everyone on high. It's now 4 consecutive weeks. What's your message to everybody, particularly players?
Players just have to keep working. We know that, and that's what it was last week and the week before. We know we've got lots, as I just said, we've got lots to do. Our fans know, they dread driving home. I'm sure they understand that we've still got a long way to go. And we've got to keep at it. We've had a good start to the year. We're on the back end now of some losses that we just need to turn around. We go to Darwin next week against the Bulldogs, and we've got to welcome the challenge because they'll be just as desperate as us to get back on track.
Chad, as a player, what do you make of today's performance?
They definitely put the pressure on early, and we did struggle a little bit with their loose man. But again, our first quarters we're still going to work on, and we're still working on that, and hopefully next week we can improve and do better.
Is your confidence still pretty high in the group, or is that fallen away as well?
Definitely, our confidence and belief in where we're going and where we are at the moment is definitely high. We've got to have that, and we're pretty confident about where we're going and where we're at the moment.
How long is it going to take?
Sorry?
How long is it going to take? I know you're 5-4, but the finals looks a long way away now.
We're not even worried about finals yet. We're going to worry about week to week, day to day, make sure we can get up. We've got Bulldogs this week, and that's what we're concentrating on.
And you're confident you're still taking big steps this year as a group?
Oh, we definitely have. We've definitely made big steps this year, but again, we've got a lot more to make as well.
Can you talk about taking that walk on the twig? What was Butcher like in your role?
Yeah, it was brutally. I thought Butch looked lively. I thought Butch looked like he was offering us something. Disappointingly, he didn't finish his work, but to have a power forward who, with his speed to get off the mark and find the ball, is an enormous positive for us. He was much better today at AFL level than he has been the last couple of weeks at SANFL level, which is really important for us. We need him part of our team going forward, and we like what he brings to the team. And I thought today he showed glimpses to everyone what's in Johnny Butcher, and we're really bullish about the future for him.
The kicking?
Yeah, it's disappointing. It's hard work for everyone. It's hard work for John, but he keeps working hard at it. That's been there since Johnny started, and he's just going to have to continue to work at it. It is going to be the question that every time he kicks like he does today, it's going to come straight up. So that's the expectation you've got to learn to deal with, and John's just got to go back and he's got to work hard, got to get with his coaches, get out on the ground and work on his craft. We know in the history of the game that no one kicks 100% anyhow. It's just the magnitude of some of the misses, and what it does to the team and the confidence of the team, and also to John. He's going to be a quality player for us, and we just got to work hard to make sure his game gets rounded enough that when he gets that ball in his hands, having a shot at goal, he's confident to take it.
So you like the way he approaches it?
Yep. Yeah, no, he offers lots. As I said, as a power forward, a tall forward with his speed to get off the mark. But not only that, his desperation to defend. That was his first game at AFL level for a long time. No doubt that by the end of the game he was cooked, and he'd done a really good job to probably hang in there. But he'll get better every game he plays from here on.
Are you getting more exposed to the other end because you're one tall short there?
Without doubt. Absolutely without doubt. I think they kicked 10 goals today from their two tall forwards. We're asking Tommy Jones at 188 to play on a big bloke. We know that we're hoping and trying to support Tommy and Bobby down there to help them out, but it's a tough gig. We need to get another tall informant in the side, and we've got a couple. We've got Homsey playing, we've got Tommy Cleary as a young player playing, so we've got an opportunity to hopefully in the next couple of weeks to get a look at one or two of those boys and see how they go. But we desperately miss Jackson. There's no doubt about that. I mean, you don't replace 197 centimetre tall defenders who are influencing games for us significantly.
Remember on that West Coast game about putting the acid on your leaders to deliver something that inspired everyone else. Some of them fall in line with the quality of play that they have.
Some of them not in their absolute best form. I thought our captain again was really strong. I thought Hamish made some inroads today. He started to bounce back, and even Wesley's not in our leadership group, but they certainly started to turn their form back into the positive. We've got some, and Schultze, so he was pretty strong. We like Brad to keep improving. There's no doubt about that. Robbie Gray was solid. So I think our leaders today were around the mark, but they are significant in your end result. So they need to be right at their best. And that's a hard ask to do it every week. But we want them to be up close to their best most weeks. We can't afford not to have them there.
The other one, Cahoon. Have you asked too much of him too early?
We've given him a chase. We've given him a taste, I reckon, and we've said, this is what it takes, Sam, and we've showed him that, and what a great opportunity today against Geelong to see. He knows that physically he's got some challenges. Any first-year player's probably got some challenges physically. Perhaps not Holly, he's big and strong, but most of them have some of those challenges. Each chance he plays, we get a better player.
Chad, as a player, what do you think has gone wrong in the past month or so?
I think it's just our intent to defend. I think the last couple of weeks we didn't really shut down the X's, but this week we improved on that. Just a few of our turnovers today, we couldn't defend that. And we turned it over when it was crucial, part of the oval. So, but we'll work on that. We'll back our kicking. We're brave with our kicking, and we're never going to stop that. So, as long as we keep going for it and make sure we're just confident with our kicks and our skills.
Is that pressure of playing better teams as well? Obviously, you missed some easy goals today, the whole time.
Oh, well, definitely. They're a great team and they put pressure on. I think that's what happens. In the moment, you might shank a kick, but again, we back ourselves and we've got to put ourselves under that pressure in training to get used to it.
Ken, is there still a sense of pride for you that if you take away the first quarter, you're actually not too bad on the scoreboard after that? That sense of that you keep saying they won't give up.
Yeah, I think we hung in. I think we hung in again today, and it wasn't really going our way at any stages. And as I said, we had a number of chances where we, particularly in the first quarter, we kicked points, and we missed some out in the full. Early in the third quarter, we kicked points. They all influence confidence. There's no doubt about that. But the boys' credit, I think they did. I think they hung tough. We certainly spoke, about trying to make sure the game was played a bit more on the terms that we'd like it to play on after half-time, and I thought they did that reasonably well. Whether it counts for much or not, but it helps us to go into next week off the back of winning the last quarter, having some confidence, played against a good side. That's always a question. Did they stop? Did they, rest up a bit? But we can only take it for what we had to do, and I challenged the boys to win the last quarter. They went out and they won the last quarter. They give what they've got, this group, and I love that part about them.
You've spoken before about Robbie Gray's mental strength, obviously, with the rehabilitation upgrade to the leadership group this year. What does it say about him, another terrific performance in adversity today?
Robbie's just a quality player. We know that Robbie's got... What we've got now in Robbie Gray is only going to get better. We know that, don't we? Coming off the back of a knee reconstruction as bad as it was, Robbie's probably in his bonus year, I would have thought, as a coach. Whatever Robbie does for us this year, I know it'll be a lot more once he gets another solid pre-season where he hasn't got to deal with rehabbing a busted up knee.
How important is he in the group to have someone with that mental toughness?
Significant player. There's no doubt about that. That's why he's in our leadership group, and we expect him to be a big part of our future.
Chad, Indigenous, what do you make of the Adelaide incident last night?
Yeah, like I said, it's a bit unfortunate what happened, but again, it's a learning point, and the right method about it will go ahead, and it's just a bit unfortunate. But we're learning from that, and we've come a long way, and just shows that we've got a little bit further to go as well.
Obviously very disappointing any time, but especially in Indigenous training.
Oh, yeah, it definitely is. But again, Goodsy went about it the right way, and so did the AFL. So it's we're all happy with how it's going.
Brilliant. Thanks so much.
Thank you, mate.